We've had 2 days of SEC drama at beautiful Loves Field in Norman. Welcome in on an overcast, windy, and even somewhat chilly Sunday. The first ever SEC series between four-time reigning national champion Oklahoma and two-time reigning SEC champion Tennessee has not disappointed. Lady Vols snap.
And the pitch location played directly into the setup, and we just saw it there again with the called third strike.
Landry only 2 strikeouts in 8 innings.
Broke her previous pitch high in a ball game.
This one at first, easy play. One hop over to the bag for Sydney Sanders.
And if the top of the first is any indication, it just shows that she's gone nearly her whole career
In that game. This one popped up. Retreating the shortstop Garcia into shallow left center. 1-2-3 inning in the circle for Sam Landry and the Sooners. The Oklahoma batting lineup comes your way in the bottom of the first next. He's the first base umpire. Chopper to third, cut off by Panel. And she's able to retire Abigail Dayton to start things.
like a routine fly ball to right field. All of a sudden started shifting foul and just out of the reach of Leach.
And Pickens says it doesn't matter. I'm bringing the heat.
Pitch across the plate or up and down. It really, I think, is a testament to Nugent and what she's able to do behind the plate as well.
Make it 14 straight reaching base for Cassidy Pickering now. And came in to score. That's her lone hit so far this weekend. Two-hopper to the second baseman, Ella Dodge, and the inning is over. A walk and a runner left by the Sooners, and we are scoreless, headed to the second at 11.
Of not having that off speed established early in the game, so seeing that adjustment and then going right after Gibson with the curveball on the outer half.
So that's 2 strikeouts, already as many as Friday night against her former team. This one in the air toward right field, and the wind going to knock that one down into the glove of Pickering for the second out.
Huge outs. 5 straight retired for Sam Landry just in the second inning. Nearly every batter who's come to the plate has seen something off speed.
Off the plate and fair, just picked up by Emmerling, who throws out Mealer. If he's not successful at the plate, just makes it more probable that she's going to do something special. Over to play this one is Dodge.
I can tell you, finds a way on base, but getting hot right now and what she's done in this series.
Up and in, and there was a definite clicking sound. Not sure what that hit. Probably that elbow guard that she has on her front.
Ease.
Haven't been called? Is that what you're saying?
Or an illegal pitch, which I don't believe that was any way in a call.
That is strikeout number 2 for Carlin Pickens. She fans Agbayani for the second out of the second inning. She's down at first base. Pulled to third, nicely played by Panel, and across for the third out. No score, headed to the third inning. Rubber game between the Sooners and the...
A leadoff coming in, showing bunt, just trying to catch an infield off on their heels.
Right on the back, Sanders takes care of Dodge to start the third, and it's
strike zone and allowing her defense to do their job behind her.
Here is Amaya Doyle, who hits a rocket right at the shortstop, Gabby Garcia.
Even better discipline coming from Gabby Leach. That pitch just missed in the river.
Strike 3 as Gabby Leach swings through that one, and it's the third strikeout for Sam Landry. Michelle Gascoigne got the final strikeout as the Sooners won their first national title since 2000 and the second for Patty Gasso. And there's the first hit of this game. It comes from Hannah Core in the number 9 spot, leading off.
So, and what Pickens has done, and Core takes off.
Slides to the outside part of the bag, and the tag by Dodge is not in time. So it's a stolen base for Hannah Core. And
by either team, but you've got to take advantage.
There's a base hit to right. Leach up with it, and she was very shallow because the bunt was on, so Core will get the stop sign at third base, but Oklahoma has runners at first and third and nobody out. In 3 for 8 on the weekend. Bunt shown here by Nelly McEnroe-Marinas. And down to second base, Dayton will go. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Sooners.
And the Lady Vols making pitches a little bit better and getting rid of those defensive swings.
And she takes ball 4 after the 4 straight foul balls. Sooners have the bases loaded.
From Nelly.
Pickering shoots one out into center field. Diving is Fiedler. It's off her glove and rolling all the way to the wall. This could clear the bases. The relay throw is not in time as McEnroe-Marinas scores behind Dayton and Core. And the Sooners grab a 3-0 lead. On
Good as anyone in the country. And this is taking 0 things away from Pickering as she took a pitch that caught a little bit of plate. Pickens has done a really good job of getting the ball in on the hands and not quite enough to Pickering. Great effort by Fiedler out in center field and near Pickering in the box. I think that at bat is another example of it.
This one popped up right around the plate for Nugent to take care of. And 1 away in the third.
Good response from Pickens, just catching Garcia.
Parker hits this off the end of the bat, bounding toward Mealer. Down to third base. On the putout will go Pickering. Mealer cleanly retired.
Hitters counts that she's not as aggressive. And you can just, those walk numbers are simply, not that she's not aggressive in the box, but she just is really hunting one pitch.
There's a response from Pickens. Strack to the coaches, and the coaches are completely oblivious to what's happening behind them. This one kind of off the end of the bat. Agbayani, the nice flip to Sanders to retire Morgan to start the 4th inning. 10 up and 10 down for Sam Landry. So
3-2 counts, and we're seeing the opposite of that today. We're seeing a lot of 1-2 counts and actually being able to expand the strike zone.
Comebacker, kind of in on the hands, but hit decent by Fiedler. Just right back at Sam Landry for the center of the outcome. You got to be willing to accept it and move on. Down and in, and there's the first base runner for the Lady Vols here in the 4th with 2 down. Back up the middle and scoots into center field as it just gets past the glove of Garcia. And all of a sudden, the Lady Volunteers are going to bring the potential tying run to the plate, and it'll be Sophia Nugent.
The count full, but fully expected to see some off speed, just did not quite get it through the strike zone.
Here's the payoff. And the bases are loaded for the Volunteers now. That's the 2nd walk of the inning and of the game for Sam Landry. The 0-2 line to right field. It is fair into the corner. Panel is in to score. Here comes the pinch runner Aller, and the ball gets lost underneath the fence. It'll be a ground rules double and a 3-2 ball game. A line drive, laser down the right field line by Mealer has made it a 1-run game.
2-out rally for Tennessee, and Mealer taking a pitch 0-2 that should have been a little bit more off the plate and just handling it so well. Textbook. Taking that pitch on the outer half, letting it get deep and lining it down into the right field wall.
That play is under further review.
So you hear the announcement that Oklahoma is going to challenge
single challenge. I really do.
After review, the call on the field is upheld. Fair ball. This is Oklahoma's first challenge.
It hit ball, giving just 1 run and 1 walk. So a 2-0 count here on Ella Dodge. Driven right field. This one is way back, and it's gone. It's a 3-run home run for Ella Dodge, and the Lady Volunteers have sprung into the lead.
All of this done with 2 outs. been very effective, but starting to see some of those foul balls go to the opposite side of the field, and there's that off speed again.
Landry is able to get Amaya Doyle to finish things, but what an inning for Tennessee halfway through this.
He's an underclassman.
31 wins on the season for Oklahoma. 11 of them have been in come-from-behind fashion, but all the momentum is wearing orange right now. A strikeout of Agbayani starts the fourth for Pickens. Bouncing ball to Dodge. 2 gone here in the 4th inning. How important is that shutdown inning as a pitcher if you can get it after your team gives you the lead?
Invaluable. And
a double by Pickering, which accounts for all of the Oklahoma runs so far. Core one hopper right back to Pickens, and a 1-2-3 inning. That shutdown inning by Carlin Pickens after her offense got her the lead in this game. And all of a sudden you need a standing 8 count to kind of regroup. So now she's been able to go sit in the dugout for a moment, and she retires Leach to start the 5th.
And that's a big out to start the 5th, and drop ball that she got Leach to chase outside of the zone.
In the South Carolina series for Oklahoma, but she's been unavailable to them the last couple of weeks. Hit in the air toward the left fielder, and with the shift on, the left fielder was the right fielder, Cassidy Pickering.
It's easy. We talk about Oklahoma a lot of they're young. There's a lot of newness, and then you look at Tennessee. They've got some youngness players in their lineup, but you have that leadership like what we see from Fiedler.
Nicely done by McEnroe Marie. We were talking with Karen Weekly this week about, the jump from 55 to 60 miles per hour is almost easier than going from, say, 67 to 68. And there's a leadoff walk to Abigail Dayton, who has been the party starter. That's
Champ. It's that woman in her cowboy boots dancing on the dugout.
Good play by Panel to cut off that chopper from McEnroe Marinas as Dayton moves down to second base. And Pickering, you pick a winner. It's Pickens with the big strikeout. First career triple yesterday into right field. To first base, picked up by Gibson. And Pickens is able to pitch around the walk in the 5th. Lady Volunteers looking for the win.
By Panel. If you go back in the 4th, the 2-out walk came around to score.
Hard hit ball speared by McEnroe Marinas. And she's able to get Panel. She is just wired to play third base.
And not allowing them to sit on one speed.
In the hole and off the heel of Garcia's glove. Out it goes into left field. So that's back-to-back hits in this game for McKenna Gibson. She reaches.
It would have been a tough play.
Nugent rifles one into right center field. Leaping to grab it is Pickering. She'll throw back to first. Gibson is safe, but more leather flashed here in Norman this weekend.
Smoked, but let's continue to talk about the defense and Cassidy Pickering keeping runs off the board. And what a catch, and making it look pretty darn easy. And coming up quickly even after that catch, so well off the bat.
Here's Mealer bouncing one to short, and Garcia flipping it to Agbayani. Inning over. 5-3 Lady Vol by Ella Dodge. And right now is the separator. This one pulled right to first. Gibson is able to beat Parker to the bag for the first out.
That's a big first out for Pickens. That pitch on the outer poise, and her demeanor does not change.
Hard hit, ground ball gathered up by Dodge. 2 down.
Dodge has been really solid.
First hit in this weekend series. Slow roller to first. Nicely done by the second baseman Dodge, taking that throw from McKenna Gibson. And a 1-2-3.
And what Dodge thought was a borderline pitch, called for strike 2, but payoff pitch coming from Landry.
And she gets the strikeout. So Dodge gets called back by the plate umpire Scott. Popped up on the infield. Wind is going to blow this one and really not much of a problem from right field that she made. The complexion of this series would look a lot different. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Sam Landry. Sooners are down to their final 3.
Things for each team with crooked numbers, and other than that, the pitchers have just absolutely rolled.
Tough play backing up on it for Mueller, but the throw is in time and on target. 1 away in the 7th inning.
Mueller made that play with
For Karen Weekly's squad this week.
Yeah, this is a team who lost the series down in Fayetteville just a week ago.
Gabby Leach over near the foul line, catches that one off the bat of Core. And the Volunteers are 1 out away. That game at 2 apiece. 2-1. Not done yet are the defending champs. They'll get a chance to bring the potential tying run to the plate with 2 down in the 7th. Second hit of the... Swing and a miss. Complete game. And Pickens has pitched the Vols to taking 2 at OU this weekend.
That final pitch, rise ball through the zone, and you can just see, again, the excitement from Pickens, and rightfully so. And the Lady Vols picking up the road series win over the #2 team in the country.
The 2-time reigning regular season SEC champions take down the 4-time reigning national champions in this weekend series. And DJ, this one was fun. What might this series look like in Oklahoma City here in late May of the Women's College World Series?
If we were only so lucky, right? This entire series had a postseason feel to it, and I think anyone who follows college softball knew that that's what you were going to get out of these 2 teams, but the entire series absolutely delivered. And we saw tremendous pitching. And Pickens today and what she did in the circle, we saw some offensive fireworks from both teams. We saw